Definitely. I mean, the long toss, I'm not throwing balls, 100 mile an hour or 98 mile an hour on a line. I'm throwing them up in the air, nice and easy and relaxed. Also working the backside of my shoulder is what I think I'm doing. So I think it's helping me this year. And building arm strength, though, I think is getting on the mound and actually getting out there and doing it against live competition. And now that I've gotten 38 innings, which is more than the past 2 or 3 years, for me, I think that's what's gotten my arm strength back.
Moving forward, as a matter of fact, we got to go back to your last outing against the Dodgers. That was the most incredible thing I've seen all season long out of any pitcher that came in. I know you were up to 97. Yeah. You got into a situation with the bases loaded, and you just went with your fastball. It was the pitch that was working for you.
Yeah. Fastball in, that's kind of what I was going to, because I gave it up in Houston. I gave up, the winning run, so I didn't want to do that again, and I was playing in the back of my head the whole time. So I was just really focusing on my command of the fastball in, and it worked out well.
I want to go to the mound with you right now and talk about your delivery, because it is so simple, and so many guys try to make so many things so difficult. You use your lower half so well right now, and you're not falling off to the side or herky-jerky. You just have a nice, easy motion, and the ball's just jumping off your fingertips. Yeah. And maybe talk a little bit about, the things that you work on, keeping your balance, your rhythm, and your timing.
Yeah, so basically I'm starting here, and that puts my toe at the middle of the rubber, which means it's at the middle of home plate down there.
Is that against left-handers and right-handers?
Left and right, yeah.
And the same thing?
Yeah, same thing. And I want my arm to be right around the middle of the mound. That way it's at the middle of the plate. That way when fastball can tail that way, or fastball away stays true over there. And then curveball obviously starts in the middle of the plate and goes down. Changeup has some tailing action to it, so I can throw it away to righties or away to lefties too.
You have a delivery very similar to a guy I played against, Tom Seaver. He was you guys have the same kind of body. You were strong from the neck down, and you kept yourself on balance that way, and it made it so simple. What makes it so simple for you?
I mean, that's just kind of the way my dad and my brother have taught me all the way till now. And Roger Clemens got a lot of credit to that too. My dad used to watch him and Nolan Ryan, and they just kept it simple. They ran, they threw long toss, and threw a lot of pitches in the game, which I've done that. But, I just come set like here, hands are high, and then when my knee comes up and right around this area at its highest point, I'll break my hands, and that's when I go home.
Palmer talks about breaking his hands over his knees.
Yeah,
are you the same?
It's something like that. I come set, and then as soon as that leg gets pretty close to my hands, that's when they're breaking, and that's kind of my trigger point on when to go forward.
That's a lot of things a lot of people don't understand about pitching. That this can be, it becomes even as specific as breaking your hands right there. One thing I noticed up in Boston when you had your chance to pitch in that game up there is how devastating your curveball was. A lot of guys were jumping back away from it, and it was breaking to the middle of the plate.
Yeah.
How do you hold that curveball, first of all?
Well, basic curveball grip. I mean, pretty much everybody that throws a 12-6 hammer, grips it pretty much the same, or some guys will even spike it like that, but I'm pretty basic. And then I come over the front of it.
A lot of guys, pitching coaches, talk about this curveball. They talk about pulling it down. Do you have that motion where you pull it down, or you just let it roll? I'm
kind of just letting it roll, and I'm thinking fastball the whole time, and then let it roll at the end of it. I'm not really thinking pull it down. I don't really.
Fastball delivery.
Yeah, fastball delivery, fastball arm speed, kind of. Maybe a little bit slower in some cases, but I'm thinking fastball the whole way through.
I go back to your game against the Dodgers the other day again. And the left-handed batters that were coming up, you all of a sudden decided you wanted to throw that changeup, split. What is that pitch?
Basic four-seam change. It's not really a circle, and it's not really a split. I throw four-seam fastballs mainly, so when I grip my changeup, I want it to come out just exactly like a fastball.
That's
and then
what you call a four-seam right here. This would be a two-seamer. Yeah. That would be the four-seamer.
Because you have four seams hitting the air.
That's interesting, because that pitch was unhittable also.
Like that, yeah.
Well, thank you for joining me on Dempsey's Dugout today. Continued success. You're a lot of fun to watch right now.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.